Does taking oral contraceptives or birth control pills impact your long-term fertility? Well, there's no data that show that taking oral contraceptives is a cause of infertility, but it is important to remember that the people who are typically doing those studies are those who may have a vested interest in it showing that it doesn't have a relationship. But that said, I wouldn't freak out about it too much because if you've taken oral contraceptives for a long time and now you're struggling to get pregnant, whether it's the cause or not, what we have to do is focus on what's happening now. Here's what you do need to know about birth control pills and how they might affect your health and your future fertility. When you're taking birth control pills, a lot of people will say, well, I want to take birth control pills to regulate my cycle. But oral contraceptives do not have the ability to regulate your cycle because they actually block ovulation. That's why they're so good at keeping you from getting pregnant when you don't want to. But because it's so effective at blocking ovulation, all of the signals that would normally give us really robust information about your health and your fertility, all your period indicators, they are lost. Almost every single one of your period symptoms are really good indicators for your present and future fertility. Having a short cycle decreases the likelihood of conception by almost 50%. So does scanty bleeding or really heavy bleeding with clotting. Having an irregular cycle increases time to conception by even more. So if we were paying attention to all those signals and instead of using oral contraceptives to fix those problems, and we just figured out the underlying factors that were causing them and fixed them, we would probably have a lot less fertility problems than we do today. The cycle length, timing of ovulation, cervical discharge, presence and absence of PMS, cramping, clotting, heavy bleeding, regularity of your cycle are all such great indicators. We don't want to miss having that information. It tells us how the whole system is functioning, and we can repair or improve almost all of it in just a couple of months. So my recommendation is to use oral contraceptives to prevent unwanted pregnancy, but first figure out all the problems in your cycle and fix them so that we're not missing anything important. So when you're ready to start having a baby, you're locked and loaded. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions. Leave them for me in the comments.